Good morning. Hi, Ted.
Hello. We'll give you a card, huh?
Okay. I brought my little video camera along this morning because I made movies all my life, and I thought, well, here's my chance to see a denture being made and record it. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Okay. How are you?
Fine.
Yeah?
You're from hospital. Right?
Hospital. Oh, right. Let me give you that
okay.
letter.
You get it out when you have that done.
Let's see. It's 2/14. Oh, my goodness. 2/14/12. Address.
Okay.
Shall we get started?
Yeah. Be the worst I do to you is the impression.
You'll say that again?
I'd say this will be the worst I do to you. It's the impressions.
Okay.
Kind of sit forward for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Okay, there we go. Yeah. When you take impressions, you want to sit straight up. It's easier on you.
Oh, okay.
Not yet, but when I do.
Okay. I'm just going to kind of do this. I'll get a little piece of what we're doing. Anything you need to explain to me, or just out of curiosity, I would love to learn anything about it.
Well, first thing we do is we take impressions, so I have a replica of your mouth.
Uh-huh.
And then the next thing I'll show you when I get it ready, and then tell you at that time so you can look at it visually. Okay.
Oh, you do it through like an X-ray, or no?
No.
Impression on a piece of clay?
Yeah, well, they used to use clay. This is alginate impression materials inside of a tray.
Perfect.
So we can. Okay, got that there. Yeah, alrighty. Okay. Anyway, you still got pretty good lower ridge. Not the worst I've seen, not the best I've seen.
Okay.
Okay, now we're going to take the impressions.
Okay.
So after I get them in, you're going to take your two index fingers and hold the bottom one down. After I get the impression in on the bottom, I'm going to have you hold it down with your two index fingers.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. You just shall I get rid of the camera right now and just set it down there? Okay.
I doubt it'll sit up very well.
I'm going to do that.
I find it, you can hold it better than I can.
Okay, good.
In other words, you can feel it. You don't have to push hard. You just make it so it doesn't rock. I'll get it where I want it. And then when people are holding it themselves, they don't feel like I'm trying to drown them.
Okay.
Okay. Open, tongue up and back. There we go. Put your tongue up. Your tongue up. There we go. Good. Okay, one finger on each side. Yep. You don't have to push hard, and close up as far as you can. Good. And I'm taking an impression of more than I will use. But I find when I don't put enough in, then we take another one. Okay. Okay, we're not going way back there, but we find what we have.
Okay.
Now, if you want a quick little drink, you can.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
Don't bother cleaning up too much. I got to do the top one.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, so.
So your dad was a denturist?
Yeah, he's been around dentures all his life. Well, not all his life, but.
I'll be darned. Now I remember asking you when I saw you once before. You're a man who makes dentures, but I haven't seen you wear them.
Huh? Oh. One thumb on each side. Close down a little bit. Bring your head forward. There you go. Okay. Good. You can let go. Good one.
Good one?
Good. Yep.
Oh, there.
I throw them in after I have breakfast. I throw them in the sun. Okay, you can go ahead and clean up.
I am to clean up, okay? Okay.
When did we become a town? Look, there's well plenty of bars, Mr. Hamilton. Go find another one. Yep. I mean, as an alcoholic, I'd want to go to that
This
bar.
is where it happens.
Huh?
This is where it happens.
Yeah.
To drink, but to thank them. If they said, not here. There's plenty of
Okay.
bars, but not here. I mean,
I need you back in the chair. I got one more thing to do.
Oh, okay.
Self-respect. Let's get up.
Okay. Okay. Open. Move your tongue back. There we go. Okay. Bite down. A little more. Open. Good. That'll give me a starting point. What about color of teeth? Want an average men's color?
Yeah, and you know they've been used.
Yeah.
I mean, they would have been
Well, you're going to
used.
see them in wax before I finish them. So
Oh, okay.
Let me give you about a 40-year-old. How's that?
Whoa, perfect.
When I,
When it works, yeah, I got plenty of time.
what I got to do now is the model's got to harden and things got to harden. And then I got to set the teeth in wax. And as far as the tooth shape, I look at the shape of your face.
Uh-huh. Interesting. Any chance of any of that process? If I stop by, I could take a picture and come
Oh,
by.
yeah, I'll show you some of it. Most of it's mundane.
Well, I
I'll
kind
show
of
you
like
some
that's what
of it.
most everybody's life is really made up of, a whole lot of mundane things that we learn how to do pretty well.
If you think of making dentures, it's a lost wax system. Like making
No, it's what?
a lost wax system.
Lost
Wax
wax
system.
A lost wax system.
Like they make jewelry.
Wow.
They make wax and they burn the wax away or melt it away and then they shoot the other stuff in.
Well, it's
Like a cocktail shaker, you go one way, then I just took your impressions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I reversed your mouth. Now we're back there pouring those impressions full of plaster. That's reversing it back.
right.
If you reverse
And you're adding teeth to it, real
yeah, well,
little
you'll
teeth.
see
But
that. I'll let you, camera,
Okay.
I'll let you see it. Okay.
I'll be back this afternoon, probably about 2 o'clock.
That'd be fine.
Is it? Okay.
Alrighty.
Hello, Ted? There he is.
Go ahead in the chair and I'll be up in a couple minutes.
Okay, great. Out here, you mean?
Huh?
Sit in this chair?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I will be sitting here instead of there.
Perfect.
I'll be back up in about 2 minutes.
Okay. Life is good?
Huh?
Life is good?
Just keeps going on.
Just keeps going on. I have a friend who's getting information today about lung cancer, whether he's got 18 months or 6 months to live.
Whatever you have.
That's all there is.
But sometimes we know too much.
You're right about that. You're right about that. Well, here I am looking very, very strange and really here to get my new chompers.
Okay.
Now, do you live pretty close by?
Loa.
Aloha.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. That's for a pretty serious commute. Oh my goodness, look at those guys.
That's what you look like with your face cut off, to me. Your upper ridge and your lower ridge.
Ah, BT.
And at one time, this is where you had your last teeth, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
And as they rotted away or they got gum disease, the bone inside, the bone around them, receded. Once you pulled them, that stopped it. You know, it just kind of. That's why if you look at that, you go, oh, what's that? How do I know that's where your last teeth were? And then here, that was a tough one to pull.
It's right?
That was a tough tooth to pull, that one.
Oh, yeah? There may even still be one in there. No?
Then up here, must have had a good abscess one time.
I think I did, as a matter of fact.
See how much extra bone is missing compared to the other side?
Ah,
Abscess is just a couple weeks will resorb the bone.
oh my goodness.
Pressure is, get that thing. Either kill the nerve and get it cleaned up or pull the tooth. You gotta do something. And boy, when they're up here, they really can cause problems up there. So, what I've got now is a couple wax things with some teeth on them.
Uh-huh.
So I can look at them in your mouth. Make sure I got my midline.
Oh, you've actually got the other part now with the teeth on them?
Yeah.
Okay.
But just in wax, so don't look at the color of the gum.
Okay, okay.
And being in wax, they're not as thin as the final product, but they're a lot smaller than the impressions I just took.
I got
This
you.
business, everything gets smaller.
Okay.
Product, you just keep going smaller. Like I say, you remember those impression trays that I stuffed in your mouth?
Yeah?
Then I poured that stuff into those impression trays so I could have your mouth. Then you put it on an articulator that acts like a pair of jaws and see if that's where you bite. In other words, I want to find where you bite 99.9% of the time.
Okay.
Not when you do this,
Uh-huh.
where you relax to. What I want to look at is color of the teeth. Go ahead and turn around.
Okay.
And I want to see if they're the right size tooth for your face.
Uh-huh.
I look at the bone structure and they seem to be about the right size, but maybe I have to use a little different size, you know.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes bone structure, pretty well, but then you look at the face and everything.
Uh-huh.
And I want to see if they're too long. When you smile, that they don't look like they're hanging down to your belly button.
Right.
In other words, they have to kind of correspond with the distance from your top of your head to the right there, and then to your nose, there and there. So as you smile, it doesn't look like they're.
Okay.
I mean,
So, and you're going to stick this practice, these are, like, this is a model of what you've done.
this is the wax part. Yeah.
Okay.
When I'm all done with the wax part, then we bury those things in casting rings, throw it in hot water, and wax melts, pop them open like a clam, and what we have is your model on one side, the teeth buried on the other side, and what's missing they call the shim. In other words, where we're going to pack it with the. And we have a big old forge back there to squeeze out the excess, and we put it in boiling water to cure it.
Amazing.
Lost light. Yeah, go ahead and sit straight up. Yeah.
Like this? Okay.
Green and wax are not as thin. The biggest thing I want to see is color. Color out here doesn't mean a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's against everything else. And I want to see about height. Bite down. Open. Bite down. Put your lips together. Yeah, I might shorten the lower just a little bit. In other words, when you had all your own teeth, you had X amount of room between the top and bottom gum. When you get dentures, you get to lose about 10 to 15%.
Huh,
Big
I see.
smile. Big smile.
It's a big smile.
Smile. How's the color?
You know, they look pretty good to me, man.
Smile.
When can I come back, or what are we looking at?
Well, you call me tomorrow,
Okay.
and sometime Thursday it'll be ready.
Sometimes Thursday. Wonderful.
Okay. Don't forget your glasses.
Thank you.
I got enough of them.
Thank you, Ted.
Okay. The wax is all sealed down, and see, I've got them really carved around the teeth. And so then we'll melt that wax away. We put them in casting rings, and then with 2 different pores, and then a little Vaseline in between. Then we throw them in hot water, and then they pop open. And on this side, the model will still be there, and on this side will be buried where the teeth are, and what's missing was where the wax was. Okay. That's it.
Far out.
Maybe that one. Or there's another person.
That's not me.
No.
The other's me.
There's you.
Okay.
One person's got a few teeth left and trying to hold on to them, and then if they lose them, I'll just keep adding on. And they'll lose the rest of them. It's just it's a slow process.
Wow.
Kind of like when you had your last teeth in front, right?
Right.
And all of a sudden, one day they loosened up. Most likely, I can tell by the loss of bone there. And you either pulled them yourself or went down and said, "I gotta get."
Can't even remember now. Yeah. I think one of them did come out with.
Have a couple snorts of vodka and went, "I'll get that thing out." They
Got
get
it.
to loose. But people think, "Well, I can just pull that." No, you don't pull them if they're loose. You spin them.
Yeah.
So you got to kind of get the tissue to dislodge because it hurts.
What a pleasure.
How's it feel down there?
It feels good. You know, I remember from before that when you say a little bit of paper.
Right back in here. In other words, where it goes down.
Yeah, they feel like, they're down there a ways, but.
Always remember, it takes a minute to take it off and 6 hours to put it on.
Yeah, I'm sure.
The upper, if you have anything, it's usually there under the cheekbones where it curves around. The lower, anywhere, as we would say.
Wow.
You gotta remember, the upper's got the whole palate to support. And with the lower, you get a little Fix-A-Dent extra hold powder.
Fix-A-Dent, say it again.
Extra hold powder.
Okay.
You wet the denture a little bit in, knock the excess off, put it back, put it in.
Powder, not the paste.
Stuff nasty.
Okay.
And just kind of wean yourself off of it over time. Especially for the lower. You gotta remember your tongue's down there.
Right.
Where the upper, it sits there like an anvil.
Yeah.
The lower is the hammer.
Right.
You've never seen the anvil slip, have you?
No, that's one of the jobs of the anvil is not to slip.
Yeah. Where the hammer,
Yeah, interesting.
Bite down. You go right together. You don't have to go around. For a while you were doing this. Your brain will, a couple days will just be, oh, okay.
Wow. Man, that feels so good.
You have a little
Look at that.